Big week for Apple fans with the Worldwide Developer Conference being held online for the first time ever, obviously because of the COVID-19 restrictions on movement around the planet and also amongst confined spaces like a technology conference. I thought we'd have a chat this week with Geoff Quattromani, expert on technology and friend of the show, about his favourite things from the Worldwide Developer Conference around iOS 14. How are you, Geoff?
I'm really well, Charlie. How are you?
I'm well. Always a lot from the Worldwide Developer Conference from Apple. Let's focus this discussion on iOS 14. I understand you've downloaded the beta to a spare iPhone, very wise, and you've been having a play. So what are your three key hits from the event, and what have you found from the beta?
Look, Charlie, for me, having the beta on my phone has been fantastic to start to get to use and understand all that was announced. Now, for me, the first thing I wanted to try was widgets, because anybody who's used an Android device knows that widgets is something that we know and love about, modifying our home screen. And widgets for iPhone is interesting at the moment because it is only Apple apps that you can have widgets for, whether it's around the weather, the clock, podcasts as well. So I've applied some widgets to the device, and it's been interesting to see how they do size on the phone, how you can actually interact with the widgets as well. One of the things you can do with widgets, which I haven't seen on Android before, is actually within the same widget, you can scroll through alternate widgets of the same app, which is very interesting to do. So it's almost like having a little app built into a larger home screen. So that's a lot of fun. I think that's going to really surprise a lot of people, and anyone who hasn't used an Android device will think that this is groundbreaking when it comes to iOS. The other thing that I
people that haven't actually used Android before, right? And a lot of people just go iPhone to iPhone to iPhone to iPhone. They never even consider leaving the ecosystem. For them, this will be a fantastic addition.
Look, absolutely. And it's going to be the same when Apple one day come out with a 5G phone. People will think it's the first one that ever came to market too. But sticking with iOS here, picture-in-picture is another feature that is coming to iOS, which, again, we've seen on other smartphones before. But this really means that I could be potentially watching a YouTube video and checking my email at the same time, all on the same screen. In the past, you had to really pick what app you were going to be spending your time in. So if you are somebody who loves to watch sport on your phone, for example, you could be doing that as well as using Twitter to actually talk about what's happening in the game. And I think for a lot of people, picture-in-picture is going to be a great addition. I haven't seen it on the beta version yet because I think it's going to be waiting for third-party app support to come through. So I expect YouTube app will be updated and others, and that's when it will start working. So picture-in-picture, a really nice feature. But then let's take it to the car. Now, we did see CarPlay receive some updates, and mostly it's around wallpapers and some new apps that we're going to start seeing on CarPlay if your car supports it. But now we're about to see cars unlocked and the engine turned on just by using your phone. And this is going to be really interesting. It's not going to be so much about the device that's the problem now. It'll be your car that needs to be updated. And you'll find that BMW is the first brand that is going to be supporting Apple Car Key. Ford is also jumping on board as well. But you would imagine that if you're going to buy a new car in 2021 and beyond, that's a feature you should be looking for, is Apple Car Key. It means that you can take your iPhone, tap it on the door handle, or even just be near the door handle, and you just simply open the car door, jump in, and go. So you think about it. The wallet is gone, so the car keys are gone. So what do you need to leave when you go home? Just your phone. I love that.
Do you take your? Well, I mean, it's going to change how we think about purchasing cars as well, right? The next car I buy, I want to have this feature, and if you're not offering that feature, then you potentially could be losing a sale.
Absolutely. I think it's already the case when it comes to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. If you're looking at a car today and the infotainment system does not support that, you are actually really missing out on that amazing smartphone connectivity you can get. So not having a car key in the future, I promise you, will be a reason that people move on to a different brand or a different model.
I remember when remote central locking came in, and this idea that you just use the remote control to open the car, instead of using the key, and there's all these concerns about security and this and that. Oh, no, it never worked because your key is much more secure. Now it's on every car, right?
Absolutely. And I did hear those concerns this week as well around the Apple Car Key. What if you lose your phone? Does that mean someone can steal your car? Well, it's the same as if I lost my keys. Could someone steal my car? But actually, with having it as on your phone, it means you can actually disable the key. So that way people can't use your phone to unlock the car. You will be able to also do this in the future with your watch. So if you are wearing an Apple Watch, think about the benefits of just having the watch if you've been to the gym or something like that. There it is. You can just use your watch to get in the car, but take the digital key an extra step forward and say, well, what if I've parked my car somewhere and my wife needs it while I'm at work or something like that? I could literally iMessage her the key to my car, and she could go ahead on her iPhone and also then go ahead and start to drive my car away. So I think it could mean some changes for the car sharing business going forward. If we think about what we see already in the market with lock boxes sitting on cars, that would be gone. You could just message somebody the key, have an expiry on that, and it would disappear from their phone after the day or the week.
Another part of the home is joining the Apple ecosystem, security on your car with Apple Car Key, plus widgets there, and picture-in-picture as well. Some stuff we've seen before, obviously, with other platforms, but some new cool stuff too. Geoff Quattromani, always good to have a chat. Thanks for coming on the program. We'll chat to you next week.
Thanks, Charlie.